E aí galera, retornando aqui, hoje deu um jeito de ligar o webcam de volta, né? Então retornando onde a gente parou ontem, né? Friozão hoje. Ontem tava frio também, né? Ontem foi a noite mais fria aqui de São Paulo, né? Mas hoje, putz grila, que frio que tá, né? Bom, vamos retornar, como eu falei no vídeo de ontem, né? Tem que haver a reunião, né? A reunião, né, dos dois, né, principais aí, né, da guerra, né?
So, gear, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to
Ah lá,
let
tá
us in or
começando.
not?
Vamos lá.
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? Hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
If it were up to you, the Dragonborn would sit dreaming on this mountain doing
É,
nothing.
agora a treta é entre os Whitebeards, né? E os Blades. Eu não lembrava que isso acontecia.
We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter. So, you've done it. Men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Yes. Which is why I allowed this violation of all our traditions. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim. We all wait upon you, Dragonborn.
Vamos lá então. Vou tomar meu assento no conselho e ver. Olha que sala legal. Eu vou pegar uma posição de ataque, porque eu sou o Dragonborn. Ó, o Ulfric e o General Tullius aqui, né? É isso aí. Vamos sentar.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin.
Eu fui mal educado que eu sentei primeiro que todo mundo, mas ele que mandou eu sentar.
I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? Your chief Talos hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
Eu não gosto daquela mulher também.
I'm glad we agree on this.
Ela vai embora.
Ulfric, enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's council, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
To arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed?
Eu consigo ter eles? Os dois têm.
General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar. Do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
Não, eu não vou deixar eles entregar Riften não. Interhold, beleza, mas Riften não.
In exchange for Markarth, the source of most of Skyrim's silver. Hardly. Riften seems like a better choice to me. Well fortified, easily resupplied from across Lake Honric, plus all the mead we can drink.
Será que eu consigo persuadir ele?
Not enough to outweigh the loss of Markarth. With the Reach in enemy hands, our whole position in Solitude would be threatened.
Bom, você pediu minha opinião, dei pra você.
I was hoping you could put aside your loyalties for the greater good, but I see you're firmly in Ulfric's camp.
É, eu tô mesmo.
Winterhold would allow us to directly threaten the rebel supply lines out of Windhelm. Better than nothing, I suppose. But Ulfric will need to offer a lot more if he wants me to give up Markarth without a fight.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your talk of good faith.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on trust in your good name. But it seems you intend to favor Ulfric.
Não é meu intento, né? Mas vocês tentaram me matar.
Negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You'll never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreement? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Show us bones. Where will these demands end?
I'm listening.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say?
Eu nem sei o que aconteceu dessa carta Western. Ah, não posso ser. Se eu ir muito pro lado do Ulfric, é capaz de acabar essa reunião, não sei. Eu não lembro o que acontece aqui.
For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. You know I can't agree to these terms. The Emperor would repudiate this treaty and I would be recalled.
I'm listening.
We want the Pale returned to Imperial control. The traitor Skull the Elder will be replaced with a more loyal candidate.
What next, Tullius? Shall I just hand over all of Skyrim?
I guess I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. So, Dragonborn, what do you say? I knew I could count on you. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
Eu deixo eles ficar com o Riften, vai, Ulfric.
Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius.
Apesar de querer pender pro seu lado, você também tem seus defeitos. A única coisa é que você não tentou me matar e o General Tullius tentou.
Jarl Igmund will step down and Thungvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. Ulfric will allow Imperial troops to enter Winterhold. Kraldar will replace Coriel as Jarl. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten. The Pale will be turned over to the Empire. Brynna Merilis will assume the Jarlship in Dawnstar. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that,
RPG é isso, gente.
Count on it.
Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
São escolhas que você tem que fazer que...
Price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan.
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
É. Aprendi agora como chamar um dragão.
We know about it. That's fine. We needed his help. Now we don't. And it's long past time for him to pay for his crimes. And he's not just any dragon. He was the right hand of Alduin. He committed atrocities so infamous they are still remembered thousands of years later. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continue to help you. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky. The Greybeards are so afraid of power. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War? No. And they're afraid of you. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
Bom. Depois eu faço essa quest. Não adianta ficar com o braço cruzado aí, Delfine. Bom, eu peguei uma outra quest. Aliás, um outro... Como é que fala? Uma outra... Um outro mod, né? Ah, não vou matar o para lá land, não. Dragão é uma gente boa, o cara me ensinou um monte de coisa. Se não fosse por ele, a gente não tinha pegado o Elder Scroll, nem sabia do Elder Scroll. Né? Então eu peguei um mod que dá uma escolha para você não matar, né, o dragão, o para lá land lá. Pô, só chega aqui de noite, cara. Que coisa. Olha, 7 da noite. Vamos fazer o seguinte. Vamos pra minha casa. Dormir. Pegar a coisa, né? Pegar a bênção lá. E depois eu mando bala pra matar esse dragão. Ah, minha filhinha, ó, tá vendo? Ó? Eu sempre tenho que dar alguma coisinha pra ela, deixa eu dar. Assim eu trouxe. Eu carrego umas coisas pra ela. Tá vendo? Ó? Eu posso dar uma boneca. Posso dar, né, qualquer desses vestidos. Ela tá vestindo um azul. Eu vou dar Estranho, porque o amarelo parece vermelho e o vermelho parece marrom. O cinza parece roxo, né? O verde parece azul e o azul parece verde. É tipo as coisas do Chaves, lá os sucos do Chaves, né? Ai, ai. Parece de limão, tem gosto de tamarindo, mas é de não lembro qual que era a outra. Eu vou dar uma boneca pra ela, vai. De nada.
I've heard you may actually be stronger than you look. Perhaps we can hunt together someday.
Qualquer hora ela. O filho em Skyrim serve pra isso. Pra pedir pra você arrumar um pet pra eles, pra pedir dinheiro. Vamos lá. Dormir 12 horas, hein? Ficar bem descansado. Mas é uma coisa interessante. Você pode brincar também com os filhos também, né? Eu nunca brinquei, né? Mas você tem as brincadeiras que você pode fazer com eles. Acho que talvez de pega-pega, não sei.
Braitha's a big meanie. She keeps telling Lars and me what to do. I don't want to play with her anymore.
Ela não gosta de outra criança. Que legal.
Good to see you.
Cadê minhas? 6.700 eu tinha.
Good luck out there.
Tá vendo? Em vez de ela estar na minha fazenda, ela tá aqui, ó. Filha da mãe. Eu tô vendo que tá acabando rápido o meu o meu fôlego. Agora que eu lembrei que eu tô na jogada de mago, pô. Falando nisso, deixa eu pegar uma magia pra poder enfrentar o dragão, né? Eu tô vendo que parece a respiração do animal.
Purchase more supplies then. That's your job as steward. We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
Yes, my lord.
My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Bom, vamos lá. Qual que é a minha missão agora? Eu tenho que atrair o dragão com o grito. Eu tenho, lógico que eu tenho. Vamos lá. Agora eu tenho que pegar o grito. Que tá aqui. Call Dragon, né? Ai, chegou. Cadê? Ele passou e já pegou uns caras aqui. Pelo que eu vejo... Pelo que eu vejo ele é de fogo, né? Então vamos dar uns Ice Shards nele. Agora ele vem pra cima aqui. Vem pra cima! Pra cá, Lídia. Vai embora que você tá me atrapalhando. Depois eu pego você de volta. Esquece a Lídia. Vamos lá, cara. Eu preciso atrair o C. Vamos dar. Ah, não vai. Vem atrás de mim. Isso. Aí, ó.
You went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position.
É, eu peguei o C, filho.
Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest.
Alguns dragões já estão questionando o Alduin já.
Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
É, eles não estão prontos para desafiar ele, né? Bom, você vai me falar onde eu acho ele?
Unslad Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silissure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of Adova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn.
Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
Oh.
Unikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarodis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skaldafin.
Bom, vamos lá, se eu libertar ele, ele me carrega lá pra onde eu preciso ir, né? Então vamos lá.
Something to tell the Grand? You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again. Get ready to open the trap.
Peasants, on you. Purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
It seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
All the guns.
Was nu? Zini dein Rufe erstmal. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
Galera, agora, né, já estão com meia hora de vídeo e é praticamente uma outra dungeon que eu vou ter que fazer, né? Então, eu vou deixar para o próximo vídeo para completar essa quest, né? Então, vamos dar um save direito, né? Isso aí. E é isso aí, galera, né? No próximo vídeo aí, eu vou ir para esse outro local aí. Eu lembro que é mais ou menos uma... Não é uma dungeon, mas é como se fosse uma cidade. Você entra lá, tem os inimigos, tem alguns dragões para enfrentar, né? Para depois conseguir passar pelo... pelo portal que vai me levar, né? Para o local que eu tenho que ir para poder enfrentar o Alduin, né? Então, é isso. Então, agradeço a quem assistiu até aqui, né? Se inscrevam no canal, ativem o sininho, compartilhem o vídeo, e é isso. Até a próxima, valeu, fui!